out like some breaking news that Tesla was going to let people who have MCU1 like me upgrade to MCU2. And anyway, I was really excited, and you can probably tell from that video I was like, okay, I'm going to get this upgrade. I can't wait to do this. And the more I've been thinking about it, though, I've got some more thoughts on it, and that's why I want to make this video now. If you watched the first video, and even if you didn't, even if you don't know anything about electric cars, they're basically like computers on wheels, so you got to upgrade hardware and software on a regular basis. It's not like traditional ICE cars. So even if you don't know about this or don't care, you might want to listen to this, because everyone's going to be dealing with these kind of things in the near future. So what are my thoughts on this? Well, first of all, let's go back to some things I've talked about before on my channel at digitalnomad.net. That's digitalnomad.net on YouTube. And one of the things I've had a problem with is the yellowing of my screen. That's a common thing. Now, these problems are all going to be about Model S and Model X, but it does apply. Even if you have Model 3 or Model Y, or you don't own an electric car, I would highly recommend you pay attention to this, because you're going to be dealing with some of these issues in the near future, because everything's going to move over to electric. In my opinion, electric is the future, and so you guys got to know how to deal with this kind of stuff. Well, the screen yellowing issue is because I think that what happened was Tesla or Elon Musk couldn't find an automotive grade center screen. It's the giant 17-inch touch screen. It's like a laptop screen that's sideways. It doesn't go in the landscape mode like a normal laptop does, but it does. It goes in the portrait mode, like you're looking at a picture. I'm just walking around here, so I'm trying to get to a place where I can have a conversation. Anyway, I'm actually supercharging now. I'm just walking around while I'm supercharging, because I have these thoughts and I want to get this out. So there aren't any automotive grade, at least there haven't been when S and X came around. I don't know about 3 and Y. If you're a Model 3 owner out there and you have a yellowing screen, let me know. They're saying it's because of, I don't know, the heat. I'm certain it's because of the heat. And they're saying it's the glues behind the screen, and they turn yellow instead of being clear like they're supposed to do. And you can fix them with ultraviolet radiation. But I think supposedly that only lasts for a certain period of time, and then you got to keep doing it. It's like therapy for your screen to keep it from yellowing all the time, or the adhesives behind it, unless there's been a fix, but they haven't announced a fix. So this might be a recall item, and that's why I'm wondering about this, because I don't know if MCU2 has been fixed. It may have been fixed with a different screen on MCU2. If anybody knows, let me know. If anyone knows about Model 3, if that has a different screen that's not going to yellow, also let me know. But the point I'm getting to is that maybe this is actually a recall item that Tesla is trying to make people pay for. Okay, that's kind of what I'm getting at. And we all know that Elon Musk is a really smart guy. So if there's some kind of a massive hit to the company that he is getting compensated on based on elevating stock price, I think he's going to do everything he can to make sure that the company does not take the hit. And in this case, well, he's saying, oh, you can upgrade and you can get all these extra features, because the features I talked about yesterday, are the full Sentry mode. You don't get the full Sentry mode in MCU1. You only get partial Sentry mode, and it's very limited, actually. So full Sentry mode is a benefit. It's something nice that you can do that. But I was also promised when I bought the car, and one of the reasons why I bought the car when I did is that they promised that it would be more than a promise. It was in writing. I mean, this was a feature that was in writing that I paid for, actually. I paid extra for the full self-driving, the software upgrades, saying that with the sensor suite that was with the car, it would be capable of full self-driving level 5 as soon as that was available. And now when that will be available, we don't know. But another issue that's come to light with all this is that it's possible that everyone who's going to have full self-driving or level 5 is going to need an upgrade on their secondary computer. On Model S and Model X, there are 2 computers in the car. Model 3 and Model Y only have 1. And apparently that one computer is just much faster and is capable of handling everything on its own. But they've been saying that you need to upgrade this self-driving computer, which is above the glove box in the cars. And so I'm going to be on the list to get that done. I already am automatically, because I paid for the upgrade for full self-driving. Haven't had it done yet. But the other component is, since there's 2 computers, well, is the first one, MCU1, actually capable of computing enough to do full self-driving or level 5. And I think that is there's been a lot of talk back and forth on the internet about this. Apparently some texts were sent, T-E-C-H, texts at Tesla were sent some messages saying that, guess what? You can't install the new full self-driving computer on MCU1 cars because it's just not going to work. And then later they're saying that was debunked, and that's not the case, that they're not going to, that it does work with MCU1. But I can tell you mine has slowed down so much, and it was never fast. It was just barely adequate for what it could do. I don't see how it could really do this full self-driving. So if you guys know, definitely let me know. I am just really skeptical about whether the MCU1 can do it. So again, that's another almost like a quiet recall that could potentially happen, but it also is like skirting the recall if they offer it to pay for it for folks like me, $2,500. That's what the upgrade is for MCU1 to MCU2, where they should really give it to me for free because I've already paid in advance for the software upgrades and hardware upgrades for the full self-driving stuff. So what do you guys think about that? Because there's also some things flying around on the internet saying that initially when this was released, that saying Tesla said that they're going to give this MCU2 upgrade for free to people that already have paid for the full self-driving software. Because if people like me have already paid for the full self-driving software, well, it's not going to work without MCU2, so you got to just give me MCU2 like you're giving me the other secondary full self-driving computer that's above the glove box. MCU1 and 2 are the center screen, remember, on S and X. There's two computers. One is a screen with a computer behind it in the center, and one is just a computer that you don't see that's behind the glove box. So anyway, there's a lot of intricacies to this, and I'm skeptical. I'm not sure what's going on. I know that with Elon Musk and Tesla, there's always some kind of drama. And in this case, I'm really wondering what's happening. I'm wondering if I should try to even get the upgrade at this point in time, because getting the upgrade is me putting out $2,500, and it may increase the value of the car. I think it probably will. But the question is, who should be paying for that? I mean, if I'm paying for that, then why am I not paying for the self-driving computer upgrade above the glove box? You know, you think about it. I mean, they're saying I get extra features, like I get some extra video games, and I can play Netflix, but I can't do Netflix either. I can't do any of that stuff with what I have right now. And don't have the full Sentry mode, don't have the full self-driving visualization. There's a lot of things I don't have with the way it is right now. So it's hard to say whether that's something that people should pay for or not, because with the full self-driving computer, of course, it only affects full self-driving, that secondary computer. But with these, it gives you extra features. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. And like I said, even if you don't own a Tesla, even if you own a Model 3 and don't own an S and X, I mean, this still is going to affect you. Every time they come out with new features, new software rewrites, they're rewriting the core software for Tesla Autopilot right now, there's going to be needed hardware upgrades. And who is going to pay for that? What's the determination for who pays for that? How do they go about determining who gets these upgrades first? Because, you know, I haven't had my upgrade for the full self-driving computer, but I haven't been in a hurry because it's not going to go level 5 when I do full self-driving, and I couldn't even do the new visualization. But now that I'm so happy that they can upgrade MCU1 to MCU2, I can get the full visualization. Now I want it. Another thing Tesla's doing is they're not upgrading these. They're not allowing MCU1 to MCU2 upgrades in any order that you guys want. They're doing it in specific order. I think you have to have hardware 3. If you have hardware, actually, what is it? The hardware 2.5. Which I don't have, because I can't remember exactly what the features are, but 2.5, if you purchase the software, full self-driving software, you get the upgrade first. Then hardware 2.0, which is what I have, and I get the upgrade second, and then anybody else is after that who has not purchased the full self-driving, or actually the waters get a little muddy here, because is the upgrade to MCU2 even worth it if you if your car can never even do full self-driving? I don't know. I mean, because basically you're only getting those features. You're going to get the Sentry mode, you're going to get the extra Netflix and that kind of stuff, and that's it. You're not going to be able to utilize any of the self-driving stuff. So I don't know. That's another question. Is it worth $2,500 for that? Probably not. You got to have a Tesla built since October of 2016 in order to be able to be capable of full self-driving at some point in time. So anyway, those are my thoughts on this, and I'm going to keep walking around here My arm is getting tired of holding this camera. I don't know if you can see me now because of the light. Oh, this is a nice supercharger. Looks like they're going to have like an event over here with all these tents they've got out here. So anyway, give me your thoughts. It's complicated, and the biggest question here is there a cover-up of a recall? You know, that is the biggest thing in my mind that I'm concerned about, that there might be a cover-up of a recall, and of course that would hurt Tesla stock, and of course Elon Musk is being compensated based on the performance of Tesla stock. So he would have every reason in the world to not have to do a major recall if he doesn't have to, because basically every Tesla that's was built before, was it summer of 2017, I think, has MCU1. So they'd have to potentially replace every single center screen there. Oh, and what's the problem too? I'll go back to what I said in the video yesterday. Why is MCU1 bad? In addition to being slow, and in addition to having not many features, it's because the memory chip that logs everything, it wears out over time. Okay, it only has so many logs. It's actually a consumable part, and then you have to replace the entire computer when that thing goes bad. And I know that mine's probably getting to that point. And I actually learned some tricks from some of the people on the Tesla Model X Worldwide group. Thank you guys out there for giving me some tips. That's our group on Facebook, Tesla Model X Worldwide. We have one for Model Y Worldwide. We have one for Model 3 Worldwide, etc. And anyway, they told me to clear out the history in my computer of trips, the trip history, and also the GPS destination history. I have to go through one by one and take those things out, and I guess it slows it down because it keeps it in the computer's memory. But that is a real pain, I'm telling you. I'll make another video just on that to explain what that is doing, and hopefully that'll speed my computer up. But even if it speeds it up, it's not going to be fast enough to do the multitude of computations that they're going to need to do for full self-driving in the near future. So got to get that MCU2 upgrade, and hopefully we'll figure this all out before my MCU1 dies. That's the goal at this point in time. So thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, adigitalnomad.net. That's adigitalnomad.net, and it's Mike, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.